let's have the talk. And when I say let's have the talk, there's two things that I want to talk about. One being artificial versus live. Two being the cost and the price of your setup. Rod, reel, line, etc. Now, we're going to start with the tackle, okay? Yes, your Stratic 3000, kind of your go-to multi-tool, can get it all done. And let me tell you, it reels smooth, it feels great, it lasts. When you pay that kind of money for a reel, you're going to be happy with it, and it's going to last you. Now, she has her quirks and things like that, yes. But, in the same token, for the past 5 years, I think going on 6, maybe 6, I have had the same pin pursuit with the same Walmart pole with the blue camo on it. We've all seen it there. It's like $30. I think all in on that whole setup between the rod and the reel, I was at like $75-80 in total. I don't think that was counting the line, but either way, $75-80 for a rod and reel that caught, you name it, all of it. 30-inch redfish, for 30-inch snook. It's pulled, skip casted. She did everything. Wade fishing, kayak fishing, throw it in the truck. I mean, I used and abused it. Now, I rinsed it every time. Never took it apart and oiled it or nothing. But for that kind of money, I got the same quality because I wasn't running big, heavy line on my braid. And for braid, let's go to that, Power Pro. That's all I run. You can have your own opinion on that. It's whatever you prefer. I like Power Pro 10 pound. If you want it to be a multi-tool, 10 pound Power Pro. 15 if you're predominantly going to be on docks at the minimum, because a lot of times with these big fish, and you know they're there, you'll target them and hit them, and you have to be able to turn those fish around quickly. Otherwise, they're in there, they're wrapped up, you're up on the docks, you're wrapping the pole around the pylons. It's a whole thing. Now, live versus artificial. I fish both. And it depends on the situation, and sometimes I'll fish both in the same day. Live bait will consistently get you fish no matter what. You want fish in the boat no matter what? Shrimp. Live shrimp. On a free line hook, like 2-aught. That's all you need. You don't need a big old... You're not catching sharks out here. I've caught 40-inch redfish with a 2-aught hook on a shrimp. We've pulled them in, circling the boat on the bottom, yanking them up like an anchor. It can be done. You don't need big, heavy tackle. A lot of times, big, heavy tackle gives away what is going on. The fish, it doesn't look natural. It's throwing up red flags to the fish. So, lures, I'm not a patient person. I don't like sitting there throwing my shrimp out there and kicking back having a beer. That's, no thank you. If I'm fishing, a lot of times I've got the trolling motor going, I'm using the remote. You'll see the videos here soon. And we're bouncing dock to dock. We're fishing the flats. We're looking for tails. Slinging, going, hunting. Yeah, you could do that with a shrimp. A lot of times I'll have a shrimp as a shotgun out behind the boat when we're in the lagoon. Put a shrimp on a little floating popping cork so he's just off that grassy bottom so it's not all getting messy. And throw him out there. Troll him behind you while you're trolling the flats. I've caught big black drum that way. All trout, snook, all types of stuff. I haven't caught a red that way though because it's in the wash of what's going on. I'm sure I will at some point. So, in lures, jig heads, along with weedless hooks, Z-Man. I love Z-Man. Local company, shout out Grand Slam Baits. He doesn't make them much anymore, but they were some of the best plastics as far as the way they looked and worked in the water. That tail action is something you're looking for. These are just my opinions on fishing. Quick little throwing out there. If you like it and you're interested, great. If not, I'm still going to make the video. I don't care. in-depth stuff, but this is just a quick little, 5-minute video on what I feel, what I think, and, I can't say this is what you'll come to expect because the channel is still in its baby stages, so there's a lot that's going to change. But I need to get a longer video out. I'll put this out, see how it does, and let me know. Later.